Welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. In this Java object-oriented programming playlist, we will learn OOPS concepts step by step. This is Java OOPS programming session number 77, interface versus abstract class final comparison. If you are serious about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel for more update. Please click the bell icon and select all notification option. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. So first to discuss about what's the difference between interface and abstract class. Abstraction where it is achieving 100% means interface because only abstract methods are there. Okay, there is no more definition. So interface we are using 100% abstraction. Partially we are achieving abstract class because it is allowing non-abstract method also. In Java 7 or below Java 7 it is allowing non-abstract methods also. Multiple inheritance is supported in interface. Through interface, we can use the multiple inheritance. We can achieve that multiple inheritance through interface. But abstract class, no more multiple inheritance. Okay, so we can't be able to achieve multiple inheritance using abstract class. Variables, even if you're not giving anything, after compilation, what is happening? Public static final. Here abstract class can be anyone. Here variables are treated as a public static final. Methods, even if you're not giving anything, by default be treated as a public abstract one. And also other methods have from Java 8 supported. Default static methods Java 9 and its private also supported. Here abstract class, abstract method and concrete methods are allowed. There is non-abstract methods. What are the methods? The definition it is supported here. We already discussed these things. Previous session we already discussed prerequisites. Watch the previous session, that is session number 76, and then watch this session, then only you can able to understand what words I'm telling, because we already discussed each and everything in a real-time examples. Try to watch the previous session and then attend this session. Important three questions: what is the difference between interface and then abstract class? Object creation is not applicable for both interface and abstract class. Object creation is not applicable for both interface and abstract classes. Kindly make a note of it. Important three questions. Okay. So why you're telling an interface is achieving 100% abstraction means there is no method definition, only method declaration. Abstract methods only present till Java 7. Okay. Now we'll discuss and summarize it because we already discussed in a detail in the previous sessions. Okay. So scenario description, no interface at all. What will do? Client directly talks to ATM class. There is no agreement or rules between that client and service provider. Okay. So client depends on concrete class. Here the structure looks like EU client and then SBI ATM. So here service provider is SBI ATM. They are providing the services insert card, enter pin, withdraw cash and print receipt. This class works. ATM provides all services, but no standard rule exists. Example here, this client is depends on the direct depends on the which person service provider SBI ATM. So they are offering four services. It's well and good. Client knows SBI ATM. Client is tightly coupled with the SBI ATM. Problem what is happening means big issue. Now a new ATM is coming. Okay, HDFC or some ABC bank is coming. They are providing the services. Now they are using the different method names: cash withdraw, get receipt instead of print receipt and take money or some other option. Now client wants to use the HDFC ATM. What is happening means here they change the object, insert card into pin. Okay, still they are using the old method cash withdraw. They're convenient with that. Too much depends on SBI. They are using the same name here, cash withdraw, get receipt. These methods are not implemented by this HDFC. Instead of that, they are using some other names. So at the time we'll get a compile time error. Okay, client code had to be modified. Method names are inconsistent. No common rule. So they are not using the same names for each and every services. Second one, problem two, no standardization without interface. So SBI ATM withdraw cash they are using, HDFC ATM they are using cash withdraw, ICC withdraw money. So client must remember all these names depends on the services. This breaks uniform usage. Am I right? Each and every ATM using the different names, they are confused. Okay, they should follow the same protocol. Am I right? So no guarantee of services. Example here, another ATM developer writes insert card withdraw cash, but they are missing the PIN number and receipt. So They are just only working on that insert card withdraw means what will happen? It's a major threat. Without PIN number, anyone can withdraw the cash. I'm right. There is no validation about PIN number because compiler is not going to take care about that. So what are the methods you are declared? You are going to invoke it. That is what they are checking. Okay, compiler just syntax checking is fine. Method definition is set a class. Return type and access point. If they compiler does not know this class is supposed to behave like a real ATM. ATM must verify PIN number receipt. They won't take care about that. Okay, there is no interface or no contract. The compiler thinks okay, it's just a valid Java code. No rule is broken. Hence compiler allows it. This is the problem with that. They won't check whether they are checking the pin number or not, or giving the receipt or not. So these are the issues. Now the ATM client, okay, when the problem appears client side, what it means ATM dot insert card, okay. If ATM dot enter pin, there is no method like that. So that time we will face this issue. The time we'll face this issue. If you forget that function implementation also a problem. Even at the time if you're not giving the definition, if you're calling the function alone, at the time only you'll came to know. So this function method is not defined. Time only you'll try to know that this function is not defined. This is the major problem here. Okay. Case one method called but not present. ATM dot enter pin number compiled error in the client code, but only when this line is written only. Case 2, more failure. If I forget to give that, if I forget to call that function itself, code runs insert card withdraw cache cell cache given without pin verification. Am I right? This is a logical problem because I'm not using this function. It's in case if I'm using this function, it will throw a compiled error because I'm not giving the definition for this enter pin. I'm not implemented this function. But here, if I forget to call this function itself, then security violation will come. Anyone can withdraw the money by inserting the card. No compiler, no runtime error, but ATM behavior is completely wrong one. Why this is serious design problem means no guarantee that ATM service exists. Am I right? All ATM service exist. Four options they are giving, four options will provide. We can't give any guarantee. So each developer must implement partial functionality. Client must trust blindly about the ATMs. Okay. During executions may error or testing or after deployment means it's a major threat because after testing if you're giving to the client is facing the issues, so definitely it's a poor feedback then from the client, this service is not available. So what your statements clearly means compilers allows it. Compiler won't force anyone. We should implement this method. These are the problems we have find out. Okay, at the time of compilation itself, it's a bigger issue. In case if it is delivered to the client without checking the pin number and all, it will create a major problem. Okay, so it should be clear this problem is detected very late. Why interface fix this issue means in case if it is in the interface should implement compiler forces all the method, then compiler will force all the methods to implement. What all the methods you have declared in the ATM interface, you should implement all these methods. So problem caught early. Client gets guarantee of service. What all the promised they have provided, okay, they should implement that methods. Okay, what they promised, what all the services will offer, you should implement all these methods. Okay. Without an interface, the compiler allow incomplete ATM implementation. So causing missing services at runtime only will face these issues. While using the interface, it will give the service guarantee at compile time because what if you are declared in the interface, should implement all it in the child classes. This is the important thing. Next, tight coupling. So if you are using the either is a without using the interface, what will happen means you create the object that client depends on class name, method name, implementation. This is called tight coupling. Another bank HDFC is coming, so you have to modify each and every area. They also use the same names. Okay, instead of that, if you are using the only the left side interface name, right side the child classes, you can find out by giving that interface methods and then implement it. We all discussed in a detail manner. Now I'm just telling in abstract level alone. Okay, these are the problems we have faced. Poor maintainability. ATM logic changes means client must change, retest the client, redeploy the application. Code cost increases, code becomes fragile. So it's completely a tedious process. Okay, if you're not using the abstract class and interface, we should be clear with this. Okay, poor maintainability. Last, a summaries of issues. Coupling, tightly coupled. There is no rules and regulation. Replace it means difficult one. Compile time guarantee, no, without interface. Design quality and scalability is also a poor and low one. We discussed already this interface and abstract class. So abstract class means provides partial abstraction by defining abstract and concrete methods. Why abstract class means to enforce rules and reuse common code, because if you declare the method, you have to implement somewhere. Okay, this is the important thing. Interface means only rules. Abstract class rules plus common code, that is non-abstract method is present. Concrete class only implementation. We all discussed previously. Okay, so why we are quickly explaining these topics means we already provided this just a summarization session. New subscribers or new viewers don't view this session number 77. Yes, don't view this 77 session directly, you won't understand. I'm itself clearly telling, because we already discussed in our previous session. Kindly refer from 71 to 77 session, then only you can able to understand. Okay, now I'm just summarizing. This session objective is summarizing what you have discussed. It's not about a explanation session. Okay, it's just a overview session. I hope you're clear with this. If you found this session useful, then like the video and subscribe the channel for more update. Please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.